We're now joined by the Shadow Education Secretary, Tristram Hunt. And what, Tristram Hunt, would Labour do to get out of this mess?
Well, I think we're worried about the capacity of leadership amongst the governors. If Mr Day is the right man to take this school forward, then that's something we'd be more than willing to look at. But at the heart of this, John, is a policy which is not working, a free school policy led by David Cameron and Michael Gove, which has meant that the education of 400 young people in Derby has been interrupted. And these are young people actually who need every support. They're often from disadvantaged communities for whom school is a lifeline. It's a chance for social mobility. And what we've had is a policy which increases the risk of disturbance of them having that chance and that chance for social mobility.
But there are schools that go wrong all over the place in whatever the system. Here is one school, and one senses it may also be being picked on partly because of the kind of school it is.
Absolutely. Schools go wrong all the time, heads go wrong, governors go wrong, absolutely accept that. The role of ministers is to lessen those risks, and our criticism of David Cameron and Michael Gove's free school policy is it increases the risk because you have unqualified teachers, you have no systems of financial accountability, you have no systems of transparency.
Yeah, but you're using one school to beat the system. I mean, no, because there are a lot of very good schools in the free school system.
We also know that what's happened at the King's Sciences Academy Free School in Bradford is equally worrying. We've had remarkable allegations of financial irregularities. The Department for Education is sitting on a secret report on that school. So all we're saying is that with these systems of absence of transparency and accountability, of having unqualified teachers, you're increasing the risk of disturbance to young people's education. And what we want...
Well, you've found two schools in what is, after all, quite a big echelon of schools now.
But this is a flagship policy of the government. And surely, as education ministers, what you should be interested in is having stability, having high-quality teachers, having systems of transparency and accountability. And what we have is a policy which denies all of that. So we want the innovation. We want people to be involved in their schools. We want teachers and parents to help set up schools. Yeah. But we believe in accountability, transparency,
but you had that with
teachers.
Local authorities, and it didn't work. There were a lot of bad schools and a lot of parents desperate for some other school. They found another school through the free school system. Now you want to demolish that too?
No, Labour's answer was the academy programme, and you're absolutely right to criticise some of the old systems we had under local authority control, and there were failures, absolutely. The Labour programme began the academy programme, but we had systems of qualifications, of accountability, of transparency, and what we have here is an ideological approach to schooling, a free market experiment where they want schools to fail and others to succeed. A sort of creative destruction.
You can hardly say the British government wants any school to fail.
Well, if you look at some of the advice that Michael Gove has received from some of his special advisors, it's about having a creative, destructive approach to schooling. And we think parents want good local schools in their communities with qualified teachers.
Tristram Hunt, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Kathy.